What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. I hope everybody's having a fabulous Saturday. I want to remind you we are doing a free Bitcoin sign giveaway. These are aluminum signs. You get to choose one. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you're subscribed to the channel, hit the like button, and leave your comment in the comment section down below. That'll get you entered to win. I am going to pick the winner in tomorrow's video by using a random comment picker, so definitely don't miss it. Also, there's a free Discord group in the description below the video too. There's a link to that. It's an awesome community, guys. If you want somewhere to hang out and learn about crypto or just talk about crypto, definitely the place to be. Also, there's some affiliate links down there that really help support the channel and keep the content free. So check that out if you can. And let's get on with the video. All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market is extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind it's still a speculative market. Do not put in more than you're willing to lose. If you don't know how to trade, guys, don't trade. If you don't know how to trade, don't follow just anybody's calls on YouTube. You know, do your own due diligence. And if you don't know how to trade, you shouldn't be trading. Anyway, with that being said, let's look at, also, don't put in more money than you're willing to lose, and you won't get pissed off or frustrated and whiny and shit. But anyways, looking at the monthly, Bitcoin on the monthly, we're getting support at the 8 EMA right now. If we close the month above that, I think we'll be in pretty good shape. Also, let's look at the weekly. And if you guys remember, a few videos back, I had said 7,700. We could still see an all-time high if 77 held. And so far it's held. We'll take a look at, lower targets if that does break, where we can expect to go. But if that does hold, I do still believe we have at least a 50% chance of seeing new all-time highs this year. And I'll explain why here in a minute. But let's take a look at this real quick. And this is the this is the cycle I think we're in. Number one being just like 2017, number two down here, and number three over here. Now, I know this number three didn't beat the all-time high, but people are counting on the halving and stuff. We've only had two halvings. You can't count on it being the same every time. But what I do want to look at is in 2017, right here, in September, we're in like a bull flag here. We bottomed out in September and ended up breaking through in October. And by November, we went from 4,000 to 8,000. And then from November to December, we went 20,000. So this here, from the break of this flag, was a 96% gain. So if we can get up and break this flag by October, a 96% gain, or 95%, will get us up to about the $19,800 to $20,000 range, which aligns perfectly with this trend line I have drawn here. And that would be somewhere in the end of October to beginning of November. And if you look back here, where we broke through in November, this was a 146% gain. If we did just 133% gain, we could get to the 46,000 by the end of the year. Definitely possible, guys, if we have a bull run like this. But like I said, that's only if the 77 holds. Now let's go into the daily chart and take a look at the more immediate price action. Like I said, guys, I'm going to try to make this video pretty quick. And we're going to focus on just where we're at right now. So right now we're continuing to get support on this 8,000. I do believe it's possible, and I'll show you in the 4 hour in a minute, but let's look at the RSI. As you can see, we have this falling channel here. I'm going to change the color of these so we can see it a little better. There we go. So this falling channel here, which I believe we're in, we could continue up from here, guys, test it and break through. There is a possibility of falling down to these lows. Right here, it would line up right here if we did hit this low around 7.5, 8 on the RSI. So keep that in mind, that it is definitely possible, but also we could just shoot up from here. Let's excuse me. Let's look at the price action and what to look for. All right, so if the 8,000 breaks here, and we'll take a look, like I said, in the 4-hour, then we're looking at a double bottom on the 77. I look to get support there, at least get a bounce. I do believe, like I said, 77 should be pretty damn hard to break through, but let's look at what happens if we do break through. We take the measured move of this break from just this triangle right here to where we broke down. That gets us right around the 6,300 range, which also lines up with all this confluence over here. So if that 7,700 breaks, guys, I'd be looking for this. But until that breaks, I wouldn't worry about it. But like I said, if we close like a daily candle under this, I definitely think even a 4-hour close under the 77, we'd be looking at the 63. But as of right now, I'm looking for the 77 to hold. Let's go into the 4-hour and take a look at what I'm looking at presently. All right, so we looked at the 6,300 at the 77 breaks. There's another thing I'm looking at here, and this being like a rising wedge coming out of the bottom of this. And if we just did a measured move of the wedge, whoops, back. Measured move of the wedge and to where we'd break down. I do think it's going to do something like this, guys. We get another touchdown to the bottom of it and up back to the top, which is going to be around the right around the 84.50 range. So look for that. Look for getting up to the 84.50 after we come down a little bit more, maybe retest the 8,000. Then run up to the 84.50 range and then maybe break through this wedge. Yeah. Damn, I don't know what's going on with my computer. It's Saturday. I'm tired. So anyways, yeah, if we were to break down, we could be looking at a retest of the 78 to 7,700, and we could get a huge bounce from there, guys. So be aware of that. Also, look at this as a bear flag, which is also possible. We take a measured move of this as the flagpole. Bring it to, if we were to break out here, that also leads us to that 6,300 range. So keep that in mind, guys. If the 77 doesn't hold, we're probably going to 63. And if we do go to 63, I don't see all-time highs this year. But like I said, if the 77 holds, I do believe it's quite possible. Let's look at the RSI. Same thing, looking at the RSI in the 4-hour. We are in this falling channel. We could just kick up here and break through, which is definitely possible. Keep an eye out for that. Yeah, if you guys are charting, man, the RSI is my favorite. So, all right, looking at Litecoin over here in 2007. If 77 holds for Bitcoin, I see this being possible for Litecoin, and I'll show you why. If you look back here from August to September, Bitcoin did a 65% drop. And everybody was screaming it was dead here. Right now, we're at a 65% drop from June to September. If we could get back up, if Bitcoin does what I was talking about to get to all-time highs, as you can see we did here, we got right back up to that right around November. We got back up to this 146 point in November. That would make me believe that we could definitely have a huge run like we did over here in 2017. This was a 325% gain all the way up to 420. We went from 98 to 420 in less than a month. If we can get back up to this 146 and break it in November, and we did only a 300% move, that would get us up to around the $581 range. Definitely possible, guys. As long as Bitcoin can hold the 77, I think this could happen. So let's go into the smaller time frames and see what we're looking at. Let's go to the daily first. I want to remind you guys, my wife has a webpage, inkyyourimage.com, where she sells crypto stuff. Great way to support the channel and my wife. She makes all this stuff herself. There's beer koozies, coffee mugs, those signs. There's a few different size signs. Also hats, shirts. Check it out, guys. It really helps the channel out, keeps us content free, and helps support us. So I'd appreciate it if you checked it out. Now let's go back into Litecoin. Looking at the daily. I have these resistance lines drawn in here, and I do not know why my chart keeps floating like that. I must have changed something in the settings. But as you can see right now, we're being held at the 154. If Litecoin, or if Bitcoin does break down again, I see the next support at 48.64. And if that breaks, guys, then we're looking at the 41.75. And this 41.75 would probably align with Bitcoin getting down to the 6,300 range. But like I said, I look for that 77 to hold. Look at the RSI and the daily, same thing as in Bitcoin. We're in this falling channel. We could have one more touchdown here, which would bring us down to that $40, $48, $49 range. Let's look at the 4 hour. Looking at the 4 hour. Look at the RSI. As you can see, we fell out of this channel, this rising channel, came back down, tested for support. We could get another run back down to here, that being the lower. But if we break up past this trend line, guys, I believe the direction will be up. And our next resistance is our old support at 61.60 range. So keep an eye on that. We're basically just floating around in these areas right now, guys, until Bitcoin decides what it's going to do, I think. So anyways, yeah, that's where I'm at with it today. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Definitely don't forget to subscribe by clicking the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. That'll get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash the likes, leave your comments, let me know what you think. And yeah, I may see you in a live stream tonight. We will see. Take it easy. Have a great weekend, guys.